Juma, I wish I could say, give you reasons why we need more states, particularly at this time. But I'm not convinced we do need. Um, let's take the angle of the proponents is that they want development to percolate, get to the grassroots, and they inch their agitation on marginalization and discrimination within the boundaries where they are now. So they want, it's more of identity politics stuff. They want to be, as Honorable said, they want to have their own enclave. But sincerely speaking, and I've weighed in on this issue in the last 1 week. This is about the fourth media platform where I'm discussing this issue, and I've checked the Constitution, Section 8, Subsection 1, A to D. It's like passing through the eye of the needle. It's even tougher than what Honorable is talking about, because it talks about referendum.
Yes.
It talks about referendum among the people where you want to excise another state, and 2/3 of the people must support, and that means INEC will have to be involved. So it's not just a legislative exercise. Somebody will have to conduct, and 2/3 of the people in that constituency where you want to cover must be in support. Likewise, the local government, and then even the presentation, you could see a lot of ignorance in the mode and manner in which everybody is demanding for this. They are sending in memorandum. It's not about memorandum. I think many of those who submitted, all of them, if not, I should think all of them, did not even read the constitutional provision to even know the mode of submission for a alteration of the constitution to create state. Because if you check what Benjamin Kalu, deputy speaker, said, you are just sending in requests for state creation by means of memorandum or private member bill, when the law is very explicit that there are processes which involve members of the Senate, members of the House of Reps, members of the State House of Assembly, and the Constitution. That is even to submit a request, not even to start working. The process is like you want to submit a visa application. You have to fill a form. That form gives details of your biodata, your income, and all of that. So they even goofed on that count, that all the 31 requests did not follow due process, which is why the House of Reps is throwing it back to them. Go and do the needful, follow due process, and then we give you 1 month within which to do this. By March 5, the door will be closed. Maybe by March 5, the number will have even risen from 31 to 70 or thereabout. But it's their own business. Let's look at the merit. The issue for me is this: why we are talking about marginalization, discrimination, but as the Constitution not taking care of that, if we follow due process, if we implement our Constitution the way and manner in which it is envisaged, will we be having this kind of agitation? Now, I looked at the Constitution even yesterday. I look at Section 14. First, Section 14 sub 2b talks about security and welfare of citizens being the primary purpose of government. Then go to subsection 3. Section 14 sub 3 says that for national unity and national loyalty, there should be what? Federal character principle adopted in terms of appointment and even citing of projects. Has that been followed? If there is federal character principle, will you be talking about marginalization or discrimination? Then subsection 4 of section 14 of the Constitution now even went to the state, talked about the state also having to follow similar due, kind of federal character arrangement up to local government. I'm just paraphrasing. So any concrete details of that, if we follow that, there should be no cry of marginalization or discrimination by any tribe or ethnic group within a state. Because I don't care who is my governor. What I want is good governance. If I can aspire, my children can aspire, they have jobs, they are doing well in their respective careers, why should I bother about who the president or who the governor or local government chairperson of my state is? But because we have personalized governance, so you become governor and all development is focused on your senatorial district, your local government is getting the lion's share. So it becomes a turn-by-turn thing. And because there's the negation of that federal character principle is what is pushing people. Now, you say you want a sense of belonging. I know there are, because of lack of proper implementation, people truly could be said to be politically marginalized. Take, for instance, the Igbos have never been the civilian president of Nigeria. So we have an IPOP, we have MASOP pushing for political inclusion. Then in states, even in your state, we have the people of Okeogun that have never been governor since the state was created in 1976. And then they are pushing that, why is it Ibadan people and the Ogbomoso people that have always produced governor? Why can't we have a rotation? Then the people in Ogun State, the Ogun West people are the one. I'm even surprised that Ijebus are requesting for a governor, for a state. Because from the time of Bison Obanjo to even the Dakwa Abiodun to Gbenga Daniel, they have had the fair share of at least being in the #1 seat of the state. But the people of Ogun West, which we call Yewa people, are the one, Yewa for Awori people have never been governor. So you come to Benue, the Idoma are crying that, they have never been governor. The Igedes are even far behind because in terms of population size, they don't even measure up to Idoma. But see, if you play politics of exclusion, you will continue to have this kind of agitation. But the solution is not state creation. Like Honorable said, create additional 50. There will still be agitation. Yeah. Because in the South-South region, the Ijaws are the one dominating. So the BBOs will come up and say, why is it only Ijaws? And I've drawn references all globally. In Sudan, the people of South Sudan felt the North, the Arab North, was their problem. So for many years, they fought war. Eventually in 2011, they gave them a country, South Sudan country. But look at what is happening between Riek Machar and Salva Kiir. They have not, from 2013 to date. Even with the oil. Even with your Abuja and the rest of it. They only enjoyed 2 years of peace. 2011 to 2013. From 2013, go and check history. The number of internally displaced persons, refugees that have been in South Sudan, which is more like homogeneous. They are mostly Christians. They are mostly. So, is it Arab that is their problem now? So, the grass is greener on the other side. I was one of those who created. I mean, it's on record that I demanded for creation of Osun State in 1991. It was granted. Today, you see people say, if Ejesha people are dominating us, why is it that the Oyo people are marginal? Why? It will always be like that. Kogi, the Oku people have always been saying, why is power not coming to us? Why is it Igala? Igala dominated. Now Yahya Bello got there and said, we should have our 16 years of uninterrupted. And that's where the problem is. If we follow due process of federal character principle so that there is no domination, there is no discrimination, but overarching issue is lack of good governance. That's why identity politics sells. That's why my tribe must produce a governor for me to have access to good schools, to education, to health facilities, to have access to good roads, to have access to social amenities. It should not be. Okay. Whether you are a governor, you are a president, you should be, spread the benefit of governance to everybody. And people would not be more concerned about who is their governor or who is their councillor or their local government chairperson.
I know